So how do we fumigate a silo full of grain? Let's assume that we're fumigating with phosphine gas, which is normally provided in a solid formulation of aluminium phosphide. And we also need to ensure that our silo is sealed and meets the Australian standard AS2628. Traditionally, to fumigate a silo, what we would do is we'd have our silo, it's pretty much full of grain, so there's our grain level, and we'd introduce our solid formulation of phosphine. It could be in a tablet form, it could be in a blanket form, and we'd introduce it into the top of the silo. This is what we call a headspace fumigation. As the tablets or the blankets release their gas, the gas slowly diffuses, assisted in some ways with natural air currents that flow through the silo. Eventually that gas will move down through the silo and the whole silo then is under fumigation. The problem with the traditional headspace fumigation is that when you have larger silos, we see high concentrations of gas near the top of the silo, which results in high levels of gas absorption by the grain. So what happens is you get a lot of the fumigate absorbed by the grain up the top of the silo and only small amounts of fumigate reaching the bottom. So we're now talking about silos that are in excess of 200 tonne capacity. In fact, research has shown that if you had a silo that was 2,000 tonnes in capacity, the fumigant gas may not actually reach the bottom of the silo. So how do we address that problem? So what we do is we then have to introduce a means of recirculating the gas. Now with the Kotzur fumigation system, we actually have a box at the bottom of the silo, complete with a fan on it, and we blow the gas in the bottom of the silo and we draw air from the roof headspace into that box. Inside the box we have the trays with the fumigant tablets or blankets, and that recirculates the gas. What we find with that system is because we have a constant recirculation, the gas concentration meets all parts of the silo much quicker than otherwise would be the case, and we don't see anywhere near the levels of gas absorption as what you might if you were only fumigating in the headspace. At Kotzur we've developed our fumigation box over a number of years, and after research and trials we've demonstrated that we can achieve full concentrations of fumigant gas in a silo in as little as 12 to 24 hours. In larger silos, if you were using a headspace fumigation, it can take days for the gas to distribute right through the silo.